Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a very special interview session today. So, I am Alamdar Upworkwala. I am from यहाँ School campus. I am 30 years old. So, we are honored to have with us a truly marketable individual, Alice Elizabeth, Ma'am Elizabeth James. So, Ma'am Elizabeth is not just a surveyor. She a wearer who has turned her life challenge into a source of inspiration for many. So, ma'am, Elizabeth, thank you so much for joining us today. We are eager to learn more about your journey and the incredible work do you. So, to get a thing of could you please share a bit about your background and what led you to become a advocate for change and inspiration?
Well,
Hello.
thank you so much for having me. It is an honor to be on here, and I am so proud of you. We need more young voices like you out there in the world.
Thank you.
A little bit about Miss Liz. You can call me Miss Liz. It's easier for you to call me that. Um, I'm just an everyday woman that wanted to make a difference with my story. I overcame a lot of hardships in life, and I took my pain and turned it into a purpose. And I serve a cup of tea, but I serve a different type of tea, not the tea of a beverage, but the teaching, education, awareness that we all can make a difference with our stories.
All right, right. So, what inspired you to become an advocate for change and inspiration?
I think it was just my upbringing. It goes back to the first question that you asked me. There was no voices for me when I was growing up. There was a lot of hardships, a lot of abuse, a lot of neglect. So I became a voice for that voice that didn't have a voice when I was growing up. So to be the voice for everyone else that it doesn't have a voice, so for the voiceless. And I think it's deeply important that we take our pain and our overcoming stories and turn them into a positive purpose in life.
Okay. So, how have your experience as a surveyor shaped your perspective on life?
The experience that has shaped me is just being a voice, hearing other stories, getting to know other people, seeing how they overcame their challenges. Uh, one voice leads to another voice, and then we actually have a flow of a good strong cup of tea and a good strong sense of humanity. I'm huge on humanity acts and missions. To take care of your fellow neighbors and to just open the mind and understand that everyone can make a difference. You're making a difference right now by having this podcast, by having me as a guest. So, yeah, you're an inspiration as well. So, thank you for that.
Okay. So, can you share some of the challenge you faced as a mother of your?
Oh, the challenge is it's challenging having children. Each child comes with their individual attitudes and characters and senses and smell. Each child is different. So I had three daughters and one son. I have two daughters now and one son. One of my daughters has passed. Uh, and they give me something to challenge myself each and every day. They're my inspiration as well. They push me to get through the hard stuff in life. But being a mom of four is hard. It's not an easy job. And being a single mom is even harder. So I give a lot of credit to all the moms out there. My children have pushed me when I have hard days. They're the mom, no, don't give up. My children are adults now. I'm a grandma now. So it's really incredible how children make a difference in our lives.
Yes, all right. So, what motivated you to stand up against actual abuse?
The reason that I stood up for it was because I was a child of sexual abuse. I was sexually abused at the age of 4, and I believe that another 4-year-old out there needs my voice, needs to have that courage and hope that you can get out of it too. We need to start being voices for the others. No matter what race, no matter what country, this is a global pandemic of abuse. It happens everywhere, not just in Canada, not just in Pakistan. It happens everywhere. And I wanted to be that voice for the little girl inside of me that didn't have a voice. And I think it's deeply important that we share our stories. Some of them are a little harder than others, and we can turn it into a positive, you know, take the pain and change it into a positive purpose in life, and be that advocate and be that voice to make a difference. Be different, be okay with being who you are as an individual.
All right. So, what advice do you have for others who have experienced domestic violence?
The advice I have for anybody that's going through domestic violence or has gone through it: don't give up. You matter, you make a difference, you deserve happiness too. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and it took me years to get out of it. Uh, I didn't even know if I was going to get out of it alive at the end. It took a lot of courage, a lot of strength, and anyone who is living with it, don't give up. There are people out there, there are services out there. Reach out to your neighbors, reach out to a friend, just reach out. Don't give up on yourself. You can make that difference too. um, it is a hard journey for anybody that is going through it, especially when it's the people that love you that don't have your back. So reach out for an outsource of support. Sometimes family isn't your support system. It is the neighbor, it is a service, it is a store, it is a business, um, a community, a country. Some of us women who have gone through domestic violence, and even men go through domestic violence too, have had to leave their countries, have had to start over. So don't give up, just keep fighting. And if you need somebody to talk to, I'm always just a cup of tea away.
All right. So, how do you find strength and resilience in difficult time?
That's a higher power. That's my ancestors that pushed me. That's my daughter who passed. My grandparents, people that have inspired me to keep going on, are the reasons that I keep doing this. And my children. My children are number one. They're the reason why I'm here. Again, I can't say enough about my children pushing me, when it should have been me pushing them. But they were my inspiration. They gave me the courage to never give up.
Okay. Can you share a significant moment of personal growth in your life journey?
Uh, a significant moment would have been when I flew for the first time. When I met the the creator and composer of Sacred Hearts Rising, when I shared my first story, when I first wrote in my first book. That's the most inspiring time of my life. I was scared of flying, and I did it. I pushed myself to do it, and I got to meet some incredible people who are still friends to this day, and forever blessed for that, because without Brenda Hammond, I would not be where I am today. That woman is my saving grace. She is my angel. She gave me the wings to fly. She was my mama bear that pushed me, and she was a stranger, but she turned into a friend and she became family for me. So that's my most inspiring moment of my life.
All right, great. So, what are some of the key lessons you learned from your life experience?
I just learned to be different. I learned to accept who I am. I learned that I don't need someone's opinion of who I am. Stand in my power, stand in my voice, stand in my story. Not in it, but on it. There's a big difference because when you're in it, it's like a bad cup of tea, right? You leave that tea bag in and it just gets all strong and stale. So you want to take that tea bag out and you want to put it on the side of the cup and you want to stand on that cup and you want to say, I'm proud of where I come from and who I am. I might have had a hard life, but that doesn't make me who I am today. Just be proud of who you are. Be different, shine different, speak different, be different. I'm really big on being different. So
All right, great. How do you balance your advanced work with being a mother?
well, again, my children are all adults now, so it's a lot easier for me, but I do have grandchildren. So I try to make time for family and I try to make time for my work. I separate the two. I don't put my work in with my family. My family time is my family time and my work is my work. But my children are there encouraging me because they see the outcome and they see that mom is going for something different. So they encourage me. But I always make time for my children and I make time for my work. I just find that healthy balance where I need to sometimes take less on and do more on another day and say, you know what, today's all I got for you, and tomorrow I'll give you more.
All right. Can you tell us about a project or initiative you are currently involved in?
Uh, well, I can talk about the project I was involved in 2020. I became the Peace Ambassador for Canada. I got to meet 60 incredible countries, individuals, and even to this day, we still support each other. We still encourage each other. Many of them have been on my podcast for Tea Time with Miss Liz. Uh, and I'm working on bringing the Tea Ambassador program to the communities and to different countries where we just say, you know what, I support tea. I support who I am. I support the voice that I can bring to my country and what change can I make. I'm keeping it very simple. There's nothing really, where you have to take a course. You don't have to be certified. You just have to be a person who really wants to make a difference in your community and in your country and just say, you know what, it's time for a change. It's time that we spill tea and we teach educational awareness that we all can make a difference.
All right. So, who are some of the people or organization that have support in your mission?
Oh my goodness, there's so many to mention. Well, the Peace Ambassador Program, the Peace Challenge 2020 project that took place in 2020, that supported Miss Liz. I have Business Mind Media supporting Miss Liz. I have Best Version Media supporting Miss Liz. I have a bunch of PRs supporting Miss Liz. I have my Tea Time guests supporting Miss Liz. I have my community supporting me. I have so many support systems out there supporting and encouraging me not to give up. Um, I see a lot of people because they know that I've gone through a hardship that they just encourage me. Don't give up. Just keep doing what you're doing. I know a lot of people don't understand it sometimes, but don't give up on what you're doing. Like I said, there's so many people out there. There's you yourself that's supporting Miss Liz right now by doing this interview. So support doesn't always look like somebody patting you on the back or somebody shaking your hand. It's somebody giving you time and space. That is support. And you're giving me support right now by doing this interview with me. So I want to thank you for that.
Yes, all right. Okay, what are your long-term goal and investing for change and inspiration?
My long-term goal is to have a stage, to have a Miss Liz stage where I go to different countries and I bring the TEA to everybody. And I get everybody understanding that the tea is within you. I can't serve your tea. I'm just a lady that holds the pot. I just host the parties. I just host the tea times. I'm just a host. The tea is actually my guest. Who comes to my table? What country I go to? What country I serve? And just make that difference. I want to make a change for humanity. I know it's possible. I want to bring peace to the country. And I want to show that the voices, young voices like yourself, are what's going to make the difference in the future. Not my voice, but your voice, because it's the younger generation that we need to start listening to. And again, like I said, I'm really honored to be on this platform today because I really encourage children to start speaking up and saying, you know what, we want to change too. And we're not going to wait until we're 18. We're not going to wait till we're 50. We're going to do it now because we got a voice and we're going to use it. So again, I'm really proud of you. I'm really like I've checked out some of your platforms and you're doing an amazing job. You're an inspiration to me. You're the one that, Miss Liz, come on, you can do this. We need you. Us children need you to push us. And that's what I'm here for. I'm just here to push the tea. And tea doesn't need to be a beverage. It needs to be what's within you, how you serve, why you do this. Why are you doing the podcast? Why are you serving different countries? Start asking those questions. Why am I doing this? And how can I make a difference? That's my goal in the future, is just to get everybody speaking and spilling tea.
Yeah, so beautiful answer. Okay, how can individuals or communities support a survey use of image, lacked and pose?
They can be transparent. They can be really transparent. A lot of services out there, once they make their name, they seem to forget about the survivors. They seem to forget that we still need them. Support systems need to be longer. I get that they don't have them long so that people don't get connected. But if you're coming from a broken relationship, you need that connection. You need to feel that safety. I've done support groups where there's 6 weeks, and I'm only comfortable at week 4. So the first 4 weeks, I'm just building the survival mode of feeling safe in this space. So those are things that we could change. Uh, you know, Services need to honor survivors a lot better in giving them the voice and time. We feel rushed when we're going to meetings. Okay, we got a 30-minute meeting. We got to get the years of pain out in 30 minutes. It doesn't work. There's a lot of things that we can fix. There's a lot of broken links, but start listening to the survivors. And I think we're going to better the services out there for anybody that's going through any type of abuse if we start listening to the voices who actually live it.
Yes, alright. Okay, what do you believe are the most important steps a society can take prevent and address issues related to abuse and neglect?
I think that the way to better society is to listen to people that have lived it so that we don't repeat. It's like repeating history, right? If we don't listen to what has happened in the past, how do we fix the future? Start fixing the broken links. There's so many broken links in the world, all over globally, that we need to start fixing. We need to stop putting band-aids on things and we need to start actually finding solutions, long-term solutions, not short-term.
Alright. So, can you share a story of someone whose life you positively impact?
Oh, I have so many that have really inspired me and impacted my life. I'd have to go with one of my tea time guests who is going through a hard time right now. And I'm sending my prayers and thoughts to this guest. But she just shows so much strength and resilience and courage. Uh, Right now, she is homeless and she is fighting for shelter. She's fighting for survival and she's still giving a voice for others. And I find that incredibly inspiring. and encouraging. She knows who she is. Some of my other guests know who she is. And we're just sending our prayers and thoughts. I don't like to give names out for that because I want to respect her as an individual, but she does have a voice and she does make a difference. And people that are homeless are not always addicts. They're not always people that are going through bad times. Some might have lost their jobs. Some might have been going through a divorce. Some might have had a mental breakdown. We got to stop judging what we don't understand. And somebody going into poverty and homelessness is not what society should be judging. Society should be judging, why are these people going into these situations, and what can we do to help them, instead of judging them and putting them down and calling them names and dividing them from society. It's wrong. We really need to start working on fixing and finding solutions for what is the underground cause of this. If it's financial situations, does somebody know how to budget a book? Are we being taught these things? Are we teaching these things to our children and to these adults? If it's a mental breakdown, what caused the mental breakdown? Is it a divorce? Is it a loss of a family member? Is it just their mind has no more space to take in what society is throwing at them? There's so much out there that we really just need to start paying attention and stop putting band-aids on things and start finding solutions.
Yes, all right. So, what resources or support systems do you recommend for survivors?
Services that I recommend is services that actually want to see you improve. Not services, again, we go back to the band-aid situation. A lot of societies and communities have these band-aid situations. And 3 4 years, people are relapsing, people are falling down, people are going through the same relationship again. Let's start finding solutions. But services, it varies because it depends on your situation, what you're going through. One service might work for you, what won't work for Miss Liz. So just go out and find what works for you. And if you can't find a service, reach out to a survivor, reach out to somebody who has gone through it, who might know of a service that you don't know of. I found out of many services that I didn't even know were in my community until I started joining boards and starting joining networks. Be a voice in your community. Get out there and ask, what is out there? How can I help? How can I volunteer my time? How can I be the voice to help other survivors or help somebody who's going through it? Survivors speak well to other survivors, um, because we build this survival mode around us, this cage and this comfort zone where we only protect somebody who has actually lived it. So somebody who doesn't live it and they come at us and they say, well, you should do this service and that service and that. We're kind of defensive, right? We go on defense because we're like, how dare you tell us to go to this place when you haven't lived it? So again, the services, it depends on your situation and it depends on what you're looking for, because each story is different.
All right, yeah. So, can you share a personal story of a survey you worked with whose journey as situated you and reply and explains the impact for your advanced work?
uh oof, I've worked with so many people that they all inspire me. They all give me a different puzzle piece and we make a masterpiece when we work together. uh but there's not one story that I can choose from, because there's so many incredible stories out there and so many incredible people I've worked with. Uh, you know, but I'd have to say it would have been maybe back in 2006 when I went to a support group and there was this one lady who encouraged me to be a little kinder to myself, because I was always hard on myself growing up. And I am still hard on myself some days as an adult, but that lady, she gave me a lot of courage. And I'm only going to say her first name. It was Brenda and another Brenda. So I guess I'm blessed with Brendas in my life. But her name was Brenda. And She just gave me that time to just understand that it's okay to be who I am. It's okay to break down. It's okay to be broken sometimes, because that's how the light comes in, right? We all got to break in order for the puzzle to get together.
Yes, all right. So, can you describe a moment when you feel proud of your achievement?
Oh my goodness. The biggest one was when I got the Beautiful Survivor Award from Loney, Ladies of All Nations International. Uh, for me, it was I had my voice, I made a difference, and I was beautiful, and I could be proud of being who I was. Um, and another time was when I got the superhero award. Some people have nominated me for superhero, and I was like, I don't wear a cape. I'm not Superman. I'm just an everyday woman. So there's a lot of things I've gone through, and a lot of awards and a lot of accomplishments. But those would be the two top ones. And they were both from Lonnie. So Ladies of All Nations International. I highly suggest people check them out. Caroline Malaka is an incredible lady. She has brought so many incredible people, men, women, children. Amazing, amazing woman. Check her out. Um, it's really incredible what she does.
Yes, all right. So, my last question is, what advice would you give to other service who may be struggling to find their own path towards healing and improvement?
First, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am strong. I am beautiful. I am worth it. Talk to the mirror. The mirror is a reflection of you. The mirror of others' opinions is also a part of you. So if it's affecting you, if it's making you defensive, if it's getting on your nerves, if it's making you happy, it's because it's mirroring within you. It's living within you. So just speak to the mirror and tell the mirror that I got this, because you do got this. Survivors out there, you have this. The strength is within you. The only reason that another person will knock another person down is because they see strength within that person and they want that strength to be destroyed. So fight, stand up, and talk to the mirror and be strong, because you are strong.
Yes, all right. So thank you so much, ma'am, Delbert, for sharing your incredible journey, insight, and your passion for positive change, your um, strength and determination are truly inspired. Before wrap up, is three any final message for uh, advice if you would like to share with our audience, special with choose who may be facing simple um, wise. Thank you so much for again. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.